So how are you supposed to eat second breakfast if you don't plant potatoes? You just going to here?
Well, I'm just going to till up the middle here where I can spread it out.
All right, so what we're doing now is that we spread all this around, we tilled it up, and we are planting potatoes. Check this out. Well, we're doing what we call the Ruth Stout method. And in this method, what you do is you take these potatoes and you put them about 9-10 inches, I guess, in a trench in the garden bed here, and then you put straw over it, and that's our straw there. And apparently it's supposed to yield amazing results. We watched a YouTube video. How many potatoes did he, what was his yield?
200?
Like
200 pounds?
200 pounds of potatoes with, and he started with 20 pounds. So this is our first year trying the Ruth Stout
But we're also doing some in
method.
cardboard. We're going to try some in grow bags.
So we're going to try some in cardboard and grow bags as well. So, but
After you do that, I'll do this.
all right, so there it is. Potatoes planted. We got the fence up this weekend. We got the compost leveled out. We got potatoes in the ground. Thanks, Babe Ruth. And now a tip from Mamaw.
Hi, today we're going to talk about preserving eggs. We have chickens, and in the summertime we have an abundance of eggs. And with chickens, if you have them, you know that it's either feast or famine. In the summertime, we have an abundance of eggs, And in the wintertime, we're lucky to get one every month or two. So we preserve them so I don't have to buy any eggs at the store. Our farm fresh eggs are better than any store-bought eggs. For one of the ways we do it is I freeze dry. I take a dozen eggs. We have a small freeze dryer. I take a dozen eggs and blend them up, put them in the freeze dryer. It takes 24 hours, depends. I can fit a dozen eggs in each tray. Then I put them in the blender. And I make a powder out of them. And when I go to make eggs, see, there's the powder. When I go to make the eggs, it's 2 tablespoons of eggs, 2 tablespoons of water equals 1 egg. So, so this is just a little over a dozen eggs. We'll fill a quart jar. I haven't been able or had to buy eggs for a couple years now because of this way of preserving. So I'll put it in a jar and I'll either put an oxygen absorber in it or I'll vacuum seal the jar. And this is what the powder looks like when it's done. The other way is just something we started this year, and that's water glassing. And the water glassed eggs, okay, that's the water glassed eggs. We take 1 ounce of lime, I use pickling lime, to a quart of water. And when a chicken lays an egg, it has a bloom on it. And if you don't wash the bloom, the egg can last on the counter a couple weeks. Once you wash the egg and everything, it has to be refrigerated. And it'll still last a long time. When you water glass, you don't wash the bloom off, so they have to be very clean eggs. And all we do is put them in this solution of lime water. This was the first year we tried it. I did a jar last summer, and we did a little taste test, and I scrambled a fresh egg, the freeze-dried eggs, and a water glassed egg that was 6 months old. And George and Sonny and my other son did a taste test to see if they could tell which was which, and they couldn't tell. So the yolk is a little bit thinner. If you're real careful, you could get a fried egg out of this. But didn't have a smell, tasted great, and it worked really well. So during our famine part of our egg production, this is what we use. We use either the water glassed eggs or the freeze-dried eggs powdered. And freeze-dried, if you don't have a freeze dryer, you can also dehydrate them. So that's just a couple of the ways. And in the past, I have frozen them, and I freeze them, each egg in an ice cube tray. And it's okay. I mean, it works, but these taste better, I think. That's my tip. Thanks.
Another thing that happened this week is that I had a friend reach out to me. She had a very sick chicken that wasn't going to make it. And so she wanted me to butcher her chicken for her so she can get an idea of the butchering process and put a little meat on her table.
fingers in, you got both feet.
Yeah. Sorry, it's gonna get a lot worse.
Just a second there. All right. Right. Ready?
Yep. Oh, the head's gonna come off anyway.
Okay. I'm sorry?
You could do that.
Yeah, yes, yeah. Now, what's this called?
That's the lung puller. On this.
Yeah.
Don't want to get that into the meat.
Nope.
That might need sharpening.
Yep. Snag.
Yeah, she had really big ones. Really big
I
eggs.
don't think I'd eat that
What is this?
one. Looks like it
A yolk?
might be the beginning of another egg.
Yeah, could
Yeah. Oh, wow.
be. Yep. Look at that.
Oh, my gosh.
Need the lung puller.
Old age.
Happens to all of us.
So.
Let me clean this out. I've got to turn this on. I've unplugged it. I might have to plug it back in so I can get all these settings out of here.
Oh, guess I'll go find a field to dump this in.
Yeah.